This video is reviewing the distributive property. So I'll start with 2 times a minus 3. So what this problem is really saying is that we're doing a minus 3 twice because we're multiplying it by 2. So if we do that and we combine our like terms, we get a plus a is 2a, and then we get negative 3 plus negative 3 is negative 6. All right, so that's kind of the long way to do it. What the distributive property tells us is that we can just take a shortcut by doing 2 times a, which gives us 2a, and then 2 times negative 3. And it's important to remember that the minus sign kind of counts as a negative. So we would think of that as 2 times negative 3, which is a negative 6. So we get the same answer either way. Okay, for this next one, the numbers are just getting a little bit harder. So we'll focus on this first term, or this first expression first. So we have negative 1.5 times 4 minus n, and then we'll deal with the plus 2.8 at the end of it once we've simplified this first expression a little bit more. So we're going to do negative 1.5 times 4. So I'm just going to do that over on the side real quick. I'm just going to do 1.5 times 4. And if you need a little review on how to multiply decimals, come see me. So I get a 6, but then we have to remember it's a negative 1.5, so my answer is really a negative 6, because a negative times a positive is a negative. So I'm just going to write it as negative 6. And then we're doing negative 1.5 times negative n. So a negative times a negative is a positive. So this would turn into a positive, and then it would just be 1.5n. Because 1.5 times 1n is like doing 1.5 times 1, which is 1.5. All right. And now, so I've simplified the first expression a little bit. And now I'm going to add this 2.8 on the end. Because we're not quite done yet. We have a couple more like terms we can simplify. Because this negative 6 and this 2.8 can be combined. All right. So I have two numbers with different signs, so I can subtract their absolute values and then keep the sign. And when you're adding and subtracting with decimals, it's important to line those decimals up. So I'm just going to do this real quick off of the side. I can't do 0 minus 8, so I have to borrow from the neighbor. 10 minus 8 is 2. 5 minus 2 is 3. So I get 3.2, and then I have to look. The 6 has the bigger absolute value, so I keep the sign of the number with the bigger absolute value, so that would then make it a negative 3.2. All right, so when I combine all of my like terms for the final answer, I can write this as 1.5n minus 3.2. And that's our answer. If you have any questions, shoot me an email and I can meet you over Google Meet for some more help. All right, thanks so much for watching. And I guess one more thing I'll say is that if you get to the quiz and you see something like this problem, it's important to just kind of remember your order of operations, do your multiplication first or your distribution first, and then if you have any terms on the end, you would combine them at the end because addition and subtraction come after your multiplication steps in order of operations. All right, thanks so much.